Good evening, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for August 26, 2014, Tuesday night, 7:50 p.m. The sun's going down and going to be in the 60s tonight, and tomorrow we could reach 90 degrees with hazy, hot, and humid weather, some chance of thunder showers. This will be the fifth time this year we will hit 90 degrees in the summer. We average about a dozen of them each year. Some news to report. The classic TV series Full House is rumored to be getting a reboot as either a movie or a revived television series. It's in the preliminary stages, but I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a reboot as either I probably think it will be probably a revived television series of Full House. Also, some changes coming to WBZ TV News. They announced a new anchor lineup. Anchoring the 5 and 11 p.m. newscast will be David Wade and Lisa Hughes. Anchoring the 6 p.m. newscast and 10 p.m. newscast of WBZ TV News will be Jonathan Elias and Paula Eben. And also in the mornings at 4:30 through 7 a.m. and at noontime, Danielle Nelios will be doing the weather, and Todd Gutner has been demoted to weekends, and these changes take effect September 1st. Congratulations to David Wade on getting promoted to be one of the lead anchors on the WBZ News. He's been with WBZ since the fall of 2007, and it's been close to 7 years for him to be like a head newscaster for WBZ News, and he deserves it. He was the lead newscaster for Fox 25 for a few years back in the early 2000s. A good promotion by David Wade. And one more thing, this market basket thing, there was supposed to be a board of directors meetings and a shareholders meetings at 6 o'clock tonight, but that meeting got called off, and it's just getting to be ridiculous where this is heading. And each day that Arthur T. DeMoulis does not close on the deal to buy Market Basket, the company devalues the values. What are they waiting for? Arthur T. should be buying this company right now so he could bring it back to prominence and bring back the 20,000 part-time workers. But I just don't know what's going to happen. I still have faith this deal gets done soon. I'm hoping, because by the end of the week, we got to have hope and faith and be patient and stay strong, Market Basket customers and part-time employees. He's coming back by hook or by crook. Okay? On to my next subject, the third and final video blog of the night. It's about my personality profile, and it's about the legendary sports announcer, the late Chris Schenkel. Chris Schenkel was a sports announcer for many years. He is famous for being the voice of the Pro Bowlers Tour on television for over 35 years, but he had an excellent sports career as well. Chris was born and grew up in Indiana. He actually was studying to be a doctor, and he went to Purdue University. And during his when he was studying to be a doctor, he had a broadcasting career on the side, like doing sports for a radio station, WLBC in Munich, Indiana. But when World War II started, he gave up he served his country in the military, and after World War II ended, he decided not to pursue becoming a doctor, and he worked for Providence, Rhode Island as a sports announcer, and he also did horse racing at a local track for about 6 years. In 1952, Chris Schenkel made his television debut. He was hired by the old Dumont Network, and he was as a sports announcer, and he called New York Giants football games, and he called boxing as well. The Dumont Network folded in 1955, but Chris's sports career didn't fold with it. In 1956, Chris signed with CBS Sports and he was the play-by-play announcer of New York Giants football, Triple Crown horse racing, the boxing. He also called the Masters Golf Tournament and other sports for CBS. Also, in 1958, he was the play-by-play announcer of the famous NFL championship game on NBC between New York Giants and the Baltimore Colts. That was one of the famous football games of all time. It was the first overtime game in National Football League history, and that game catapulted the NFL to become the number one sports league in the nation. And also Chris Schenkel also was the voiceover of the first NFL Films production, which was the 1962 NFL championship game between the Packers and the Giants. Chris Schenkel had a great voice, and it was great. It was one of the best voices of all time. In 1965, Chris left CBS Sports to join ABC Sports, and he called a lot of sports. He called the NBA. He called Major League Baseball. He was the number one college football play-by-play announcer for ABC for about 9 years. He called golf and tennis and auto racing, including the Indianapolis 500. He called Olympic Games, summer and winter Olympic Games, but he's known for ABC by calling the Professional Bowlers Tour for over 35 years. Chris is synonymous with that sport. Bowling wasn't really a television sport, but it was amazing that he called the action pretty good, and that's what he was known for by a lot of people. He was 4 times the Sportscaster of the Year, and he's also in the Professional Bowlers Association Hall of Fame. He was also he's in the U.S. Bowling Congress Hall of Fame and other Hall of Fames as well. He won the 1992 Pete Rozelle Award winner for Broadcasting Excellence in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And Chris Schenkel, by the late 80s, that was basically the only sport he was doing was professional bowling, because he was great calling it, and his other sports he was doing were being phased out. He wasn't doing too much college football or stuff like that. And by 1997, the Professional Bowlers Tour was canceled by ABC due to low ratings, and that ended Chris Schenkel's career. He really wanted to jump back into broadcasting, but he was in his 70s, and there was no room for him, so he retired. He did some maybe voiceovers for a few other stuff after he retired, and he passed away in 2005 at the age of 82. But he's probably one of the 10 most famous sportscasters of all time. He brought the bowling as a TV sport and stuff like that. You don't see the Professional Bowlers Tour on the air anymore on network television. It's on ESPN and other networks, but they're not highly rated anymore. But when he was doing it, they were ratings winners and stuff like that. And he's probably associated with bowling more than the bowlers. So he had a great career, and that's my personality profile of the night. Well, I'll be back tomorrow for at least 3 to 6 more video blogs. One of the video blogs confirmed for tomorrow will be the top 10 players of Ottawa Senators history, and then Thursday will be the top 10 Nashville Predators players of all time. Friday, the top 10 players in Atlanta Thrashers, Winnipeg Jets history. Saturday will be the Columbus Blue Jackets, and Sunday, rounding it off, will be the Minnesota Wild, and that will be it for all 30 NHL teams, the top 10 greatest players of each franchise. And I'll be probably continuing to do these top 10 lists, but not every day, maybe every couple of days or so. Have maybe a rotation in. I probably might bring back the Who Is This Player Hall of Famer soon, but not on a regular basis. We've got to rotate this. Thursday's my NFL preview blog, and next Wednesday is the beginning my week-by-week predictions of who's going to win every NFL football game every week. That's the predictions. And October 1st is my NHL predictions preview for 2014 and 2015, and later on in that month is going to be the NBA predictions. So there's going to be a lot of great stuff there. There might be some things that will be going in and out during these stuff, but I'm going to have a rotation of stuff. It'd be like a pitching rotation. Maybe one day you might get this, next day that, next day this, but they'll rotate back on. And don't forget, I'm getting great feedback by these video blogs, great views. It's growing. It's continuing to grow. And don't forget, if you want a shout out, private message me and I'll shout it out for you, Facebook friends. I'm not going to shout out stuff if you don't tell me to. Okay? Good night, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Bye now.